Hey friends, my name's Sophie and welcome to your practice. Today I'm going to take you through a prenatal neck and shoulders focused yoga class. This is more of a soothing and relaxing and calming class. We'll stay pretty low to the ground and you don't need any props for today's practice. However, if you would like to be more comfortable in a seated position and you want to sit on a blanket or a block or a pillow, feel free. Especially in this position here, this is how we're going to start, with the heels tucked under. Sitting on a block or a pillow can give you some height and more comfort in the knees and the ankles and the hips. So feel free to take a moment to set yourself up to be comfortable. You can also start in a cross-legged position if you have anything going on that's inhibiting you from being in this position here. So when you're ready, rest your hands face up on your lap, your legs. Close your eyes. Now, just take note without changing anything. How is your neck aligned? How are your ears aligned over your shoulders? Just take note. Perhaps you feel a little bit of a forward head posture. That's pretty common. Perhaps it feels aligned already. And then intentionally sit a little taller and align your ears right over the shoulders. Maybe that means bringing your head back ever so slightly. Now we're not going for like a double chin type of motion here. And there's some stretches where we will do that and create that throat lock. But I want you to just go slightly back with the chin slightly down and feel the length on the back of the neck. Just let the shoulders relax as they do, or however they comfortably set as you sit tall. We're not forcing anything too much. Have your palms face down on your lap now. And drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. Maintain the long spine. And just observe how your neck feels on the left side. Now keep in mind, if you happen to have a kink in your neck, like let's say you woke up and you can't turn your head in a certain direction, that's a good time to rest the neck and just be really cautious, right? We don't want to overstretch it. So when that happens, we have an injury essentially, and we just need to heal it. And stretching can sometimes exacerbate the problem. Bring your head back to center and tilt your left ear to your left shoulder. I know that sometimes it's tempting to want to try to fix the problem, stretch it out, and make it feel better right away. But most of the time, we just need to give our bodies some time to heal. Now, you might notice here if one side feels a little different than the other. And that's because we're not symmetrical human beings. Some of us are right-handed, some of us are left-handed, but with your dominant hand, you're going to have different things going on that side of the body because you're using that side more. Bring your head back up to center. Look all the way to the right, all the way. So just get rotation. And as you do that, bring your chin slightly down. Then bring your head back to center and look all the way to the left. And bring your head back to center. Bring your chin down to your chest. And tilt your right ear toward your right shoulder. So now we have more of a rotation. Let's stay here for a little bit. I love this stretch. I think it feels really good. You're welcome to take your right hand and place it on the side of your head and gently traction down, but we're not grabbing or pulling too hard. It's very gentle. And release your arm down, bring your chin back down to your chest. Pause for a moment to let that settle in neutral. And then tilt your left ear towards your left shoulder. And if you want, you can add the hand. Send breath into the right side of your neck. All of your awareness, all of your breath right there. Release your arm down, bring your head back, chin back down to your chest, and bring your head up. And let's make our way off of the knee, or off of this seat into tabletop. So still on the knees here. Tuck your toes under and extend your right leg back, press back through your heel. So after we just had the knees bent like that, it should feel really good to straighten it out and stretch the calf muscles. And bring the knee back down and extend your left leg straight back behind you. Bring your knee back down, and we'll walk the hands out for puppy pose. So keep your hips lifted. Take your knees as wide as you need for space for your belly, and bring your forehead down to the ground. And let's make the palms flat today on the ground. Now this is also called heart melting pose. So think about your heart melting to the ground. But at the same time, hug your belly button in towards your spine and wrap your upper arms in towards each other slightly. So there's a sense of alignment and integrity as we deepen at the same time into the pose. Can you crawl your fingertips forward just a little bit more? If your neck is feeling okay with it, you're also welcome to put your chin on the ground and look forward. But still, hug the belly button in towards the spine so that you're not overstretching. And start to make your way back up into tabletop. And press into the ground to round your spine for cat pose, chin into your chest. Within cat pose, stay here. Take a side bend to either side, like a little C curve of the spine. And side bend the other way. And come back to center. Drop your belly, lift your chest for cow. So another back bend like puppy pose. But pause here in cow. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, and instead of looking as high up as you can you just look straight forward? Perhaps you feel a sensation right between the shoulder blades. Inhale, exhale, round the spine. Cat pose. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Come back into neutral. And extend your right leg straight back again, just like we did a couple minutes ago. Put the right heel on the ground. Take your left foot a little over to the left, like a kickstand, and come up into a modified side plank. So reach your right arm up to the sky. Bring your right fingertips behind the head. Just tap the fingertips to the head. And open up the chest to the right a little bit more. As you say, at the same time, you press into the outer edge of the right foot. Notice if your left shoulder is in your ear, can you draw it back like you're trying to squeeze something between your shoulder blades? Reach your arm back up to the sky as you align your chest to face the right side of the room. Now reach your right arm over your ear and stretch into the right side body. The more you press into the outer edge of the right foot, the better. Perhaps you feel kind of an achiness on the outer right leg in a good way. Keep pressing. Good. Come back into tabletop. And we'll go to the other side. Extend your left leg back. Tick the right foot out to the right as you put the left heel down. Reach your left arm up. Bring your left fingertips behind the head as you rotate your chest open to the ceiling or the sky if you're outside. Press into the outer edge of your left foot actively. Then turn your chest to face the left side of the room again and extend your left arm up and then over your ear. And as you're here, draw your low ribs towards your hip bones on the front so that you're not overly arching the lower back, which can be pretty easy to do during pregnancy. Inhale. Exhale, come back into tabletop. Good. Now we'll transition into a seat. So you're going to sit down and take your legs straight out in front of you. Bend your right knee, and we're going to twist to the right, but we're not crossing the leg over unless if you're in maybe first trimester, you have space for your belly, you can. But we're keeping the legs wide. This is our pregnancy modification, and I actually love this pose. So maybe you kind of move the flesh out of the way to sit a little taller. You flex your left foot, grab onto your right knee with your left hand, and bring your right fingertips behind you as you twist to the right. You might need to slide your right foot out to the right more to create more space for your belly. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist a little more to the right. Now, keep your twist, but turn your head to the left. So look over your front shoulder and look down a little bit towards your left shoulder. And you might experiment with where you want your neck here, but you'll feel a stretch on the right to back side of the neck. One more breath. Bring the head back up to neutral, so really you're looking to the right. Then turn and face the front of the mat, and we'll switch sides. Extend your right leg, left knee bends. Pretty wide stance, especially if you need space for belly. So then right hand grabs onto the outer left knee, lengthen, and start to twist to the left. Flex your right foot. So it's an active pose. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist a little more. And you're on your left fingertips to provide height for your spine. Then turn your gaze over your right shoulder. Look down towards the right shoulder. Maybe you experiment a little bit with the movement and figure out where it feels good for your neck. Couple more breaths. Bring your head back to neutral so you're looking over to the left, right over your chest. And turn, unwind to face at the front of the mat. Take your legs straight out and shake them out. Good. We'll go for Gomukhasana here, cow face pose. So let's put the right leg on top of the left leg. Now, I'm going to give you a couple modifications here. If your body, your hips are not into this right now, you can simply come into Sukhasana. That's a cross-legged position here, and sit tall. You can also do fire log pose with the legs stacked on top of each other. As long as your legs are crossed in some way, you'll probably feel a stretch in the hips here. Then we're going to take the arms out wide. And take the left arm up to the sky. And bring the left hand to the back of the neck. Elbow points up. Now internally rotate the right arm so the thumb faces behind. Then bring your hand behind you, and you might reach your fingertips. That's not the goal here. You might grab onto your shirt or just let your arms rest where they are. Notice if you're leaning to one side or the other. Find your center, sit tall. Maybe you close your eyes. Notice the stories, the thoughts, the thinking mind. Set that all aside so you can breathe here for one more breath. Now slowly unwind the arms and then take your left arm under the right arm for eagle arms. Left arm under right, elbows draw up. You could also grab onto your elbows as a kind of a modification for this, or a variation rather. You also can take little head tilts side to side. And now let's unwind the arms and release the arms down. And we'll switch the cross of the legs. So the left leg will come on top, right leg underneath. Any variation that you want is just fine. There's no right or wrong or good or bad when it comes to yoga. So giving you a chance just to settle in. Maybe you have to take your feet out a little bit wider if they're like really tucked in. Then take your arms out wide. Reach your right arm up. Bring the hand to the back of the neck with the elbow pointing up. Internally rotate the left arm. This is an important step before we go into the bind. Then bring the arm behind you and let your hands go wherever they comfortably go. Not forcing, not worrying about touching the fingertips or binding the fingertips if they're not going there. Even yourself out and find center. Maybe smile. Notice if you're holding or clenching in the belly, you can relax your belly right now. Relax your pelvic floor. One more breath. Slowly unwind the arms and then take right arm under left. Elbows go up. And maybe some side to side turns with the neck, rolls, really gentle. And we'll unwind the arms, release the arms down. Now bring your fingertips by your sides and just slowly take your legs out in front of you without leaning back too much. Just take them out. So just from where you are, I'm just turning to the side to show you, but start to wiggle out your legs, shake them out. Okay. Then we're going to take the legs wide now. So I'll turn back to face you. Take your legs wide and bring your hands by your sides. Lift up a little and go a little bit further into this wide-legged position. Now we're kind of transitioning to a yin pose. So for yin, instead of flexing the feet and having it be active, we're going to relax the feet. You can even wiggle out your legs to help remind the legs to relax. And then walk your hands out in front of you and let your head drop. And you're going to go to your edge here. And what your edge means is that you're not at a place where you feel like you are too far and that you need to come out of, like you can't wait to come out of it. But you want to feel something, maybe a little something. If you happen to be really, really flexible, there's a chance that you won't feel anything in this, and that's okay. I don't want you to push, especially in pregnancy, don't push to try to feel something. Just go as far as it's comfortable. And so most importantly though, we're relaxing the head here. Just let the head and neck dangle. If you're towards the ground, you might make two fists and put your head on your hands and you have a little support for your head. But it's also fine to not have the support for the head for right now. You can even rock a little side to side, find some movement. Sometimes the neck just needs to relax. We do so much all day holding up the head. The head is heavy. So let the head hang down and let the neck soften. We'll take a couple more rounds of breath here. One more deep breath. Walk your hands up and use your hands underneath your knees to pull your knees up and bring your feet together for a butterfly position, Baddha Konasana. So with Baddha Konasana, we have the feet pretty close in. For today's pose, butterfly, which is a yin pose, you take your legs further out in front of you for a wide diamond shape. And we'll do the same thing as before. We're going to slowly fold down, walk your hands down, and just let your head hang where it hangs. Try to relax the upper body. We're going to be here for a couple minutes. Don't worry about looking forward. I'll tell you when to come out of it. Let's take 2 more deep breaths. Very slowly rise up out of it. So slow. Once you come all the way up, put your hands under your knees. Draw your knees up. Let your hands rest behind you. Take your legs out and shake out your legs. We're going to come into child's pose now. So from hands and knees, take your knees as wide as the mat. And not so much an active child's pose. You'll bring your forehead to the ground and let your arms just rest. So your elbows bend a little bit. So I'm just up so I can talk to you. But you're going to put your forehead on the ground. And again, you're not reaching your arms as far forward as possible. Relax your upper body. And maybe your head rocks side to side on the mat, like a little massage for the forehead. This is naturally soothing because as babies, we like to be rocked. Just like you'll be rocking your baby very soon. But now it's time to soothe and nurture yourself so you can show up and be the best mother that you can be. Find stillness with your head. And as you inhale, fill up the lower back with air, with breath. And exhale, let everything go. So inhale, again, have this visualization of filling up the lower back, the sides of the rib cage, the belly. And exhale. Inhale, fill up and relax the pelvic floor muscles to the best of your ability. It's very subtle. Exhale. One more breath like that. Fill up, relax the pelvis. Exhale. Start to walk your hands back up. We're going to end the way that we started, in a seat. And if this isn't comfortable, you can sit cross-legged. Close your eyes if it's comfortable. You can always have your eyes slightly open as well. Now, bring your awareness to your neck. Remember at the beginning that we observed the alignment of our upper spine, which includes the neck muscles, the neck vertebrae. That is part of your spine. Now, how does it feel? Take an inhale. And as you exhale, relax the muscles of your shoulders. Again, inhale. Exhale, let go of restriction, let go of tightening, let go of holding. Again, inhale. Exhale, where can you soften once more? Bring your hands to your heart in prayer position. And then bring the thumbs up to the third eye. And we'll bow together in gratitude for this practice. Thank you for practicing with me. If you enjoyed this practice, give the video a like, comment below, let me know what you thought, let me know what you would like to see more of. And lastly, if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button so that we can continue moving, breathing, and practicing yoga together. Okay, I will see you next time.